Hey, welcome to the attic. I'm Manadad, playing on my free spells account and playing Strixhaven Draft. The free spells account is one where I haven't put a single dollar into it, so you too can draft for free. You just build up gold and play events, try to win gems. So this dramatic finale is a really good build around. Start off there. This is not that exciting of a lesson card. It is something you can, if opponent has more cards in hand than you. I think a lot of times it just stays in your hand. Our Mystic Archive, so there's one slot in these packs that is a classic spell from Magic's history, instant or sorcery. In our case, it is an uncommon, Snakeskin Veil. Burying Books is a very good card. Vortex Runner I haven't played with or against. I don't know how good it is. Just my third draft here. We're going to go with Dramatic Finale and see if, well, somebody passed us a Mythic Elder Dragon, so let's just play Prismari, shall we? We got a Prismari Campus, we got a Summoning, we got this Practical Research. So Prismari is the name of the Blue-Red College at Strixhaven, and its whole goal is to cast stuff that is 5 or more mana. And Galazeth is only 4 mana, but what it does is creates a treasure, and then all your artifacts are tappable for mana, so that lets you ramp into these big spells. And I face some good Prismari decks. Dragon's Approach is a borderline unplayable. It's a meme card. Actually, we have a good dragon. I still wouldn't try to draft Dragon's Approaches, but if they just like come to me, I guess we could take them. But you have to get 5 of them, I guess, right? Because you exile 4, and then you get to search your library for a dragon. So we got Elemental Summoning. The summonings are high picks, as far as I can tell. We do have Burying Books, which is another pretty good one for Prismari. That's removal-ish. Good tempo. Plus a 4 or a 5 mana spell. I'm going to take the Summoning. We pretty much know we're Prismari. I think the Quandrix Pledge Mage is decent in Prismari also. Mari has the ability to just make a ton of 4/4s and kind of overrun people. Yeah, I'm going to take the lesson. Yeah, we want to cut Prismari, so let's just cut Prismari pretty hard. We got this Pledge Mage, Mascot Interception. Unfortunately, it's not a 5 mana spell. Pop Quiz is pretty good for this deck. We're just talking about the Quandrix Pledge Mage. I don't think Prismari Pledge Mage is a super high pick. I do kind of want to cut it, but maybe we should pop Quiz first. Now we got Elemental Summoning to grab, so making sure we get our thing. So Pigment Storm seems pretty good in this deck. Claim the Firstborn is really hard to play. There's not a lot of sacrifice outlets except in black or black-green. Those don't pair with red in this set, so don't take Claim the Firstborn highly, although it is, a card that people play. So we got our choices are removal or draw. I think we're going to take the removal here. Let's leave 2 Prismari things in the pack. Although, remember with this set, hybrid cards you can play in actually about 4 out of 5 of the decks, right? So you can play this in Quandrix on the blue, and you can play this Lorehold on the red. Let's take Pigment Storm. Ogiar Battleseer seems bad. 3/4 haste. Symmetry stage is not where we really want to be. Will we take the Lorehold Pledge Mage, or we take the Cogwork Archivist? And it's only one more mana than this, and it's a 4/5 reach. And it's Graveyard Interruption. Try it. Also an artifact, right? So Galazeth works nicely with it. With Letter of Acceptance. This is for attacking spirits, so that's more of a Lorehold card. Academic Dispute. I've yet to play this or see it played, but it seems like it should be good. We've got a Wormhole Serpent. This is uncommon, which tells me maybe it's actually pretty good. I'm going to take the ramp here. We need ramp. This is ramp fixing, plus you cash it in for a card, plus it's an artifact, so, well, it already taps for a mana of any color, so it doesn't really matter there in that account, but still. And no, not a lot. We can take the Introduction to Prophecy. I like the Make Your Mark also. Lash of Malice is really good. Seems like maybe Witherbloom is kind of open. Lorehold Witherbloom. Somebody else might be in Prismari. We don't really have a choice though. We're going to try to force them out. We got Galazeth. I doubt they've got anything better than that. Take another Cogwork Archivist. Take a Vortex Runner. Take a Grinning Ignis. I guess this is ramp for us, because it nets you 2 colorless and a red, so you pay a red. So it's, you know, basically putting you up 2 colorless mana. Can be useful. Well, take that Dragon's Approach, I suppose. You just happen to see a bunch of them. Keep cutting Prismari. Take the Pledge Mage now. And these. I don't really want Archway Commons. Maybe Prismari is one of the better decks to play it in. Let's just take the Firstborn. Okay, we've got an Ogier Battleseer. Should we choose to play it? Right now, the only card I'm really that excited to play, this can go in our sideboard, is Galazeth. Got 1 learn card. We do have Elemental Summoning, which is good. Okay, well we opened 1 color MDFC. These have so much text. The front is a 2/2 tap, exile instant sorcery from my hand to get a 4 mana discount on it. Blah. The back is a 4/4 for 5. Exile the top of each opponent's library, and we can cast spells and spend mana as though it were any color. And then as we do, it gets bigger. That seems good. I will draft that. I will first pick that in this pack here. Expressive Iteration. I think you want as many of these as you can get in your Prismari deck. We do need some like of those, you know, 7-8 mana spells that are like the big spells, and we need some things that cost reduce those spells. Also got a Frost Trickster here, which is like a mythic common. Might actually be correct to take the Frost Trickster over the rare. I doubt we will wheel that. We got the Spell Satchel. Is meh. Already got Introduction to Prophecy, so it seems like the second copy of these is not as good because you're less likely to want to play 2 of the same spell in a game. I think we just would take another Pigment Storm. Not a lot in this pack here for us. This does tap to be a thing for pretty high curve deck here. We need to get some like low curve blockers. More, I guess that's why you get that 3/3 Prismari Pledge Mage. Well, Counterspell, that's fun. Serpentine Curve does not trigger the things. This is a 3/1 flyer though. That's pretty good. Just get the 1-mana wall. We do get the Galazeth Prismari that can tap for mana. That'll probably wheel though. Let's take the counter spell first. I see a lot of black in this pack. So the way to turn this into a kill spell with your opponent is attack with your 1/1, and then they block, kill your 1/1, and then you turn the thing that they blocked with 1 damage marked on it to a 1/1. And that's the way this kills. Otherwise, I think we'll just take the Test of Talents. I mean, it might be worth grabbing this just to see if we ever want to grab it in a game. I don't think so, though. Test of Talents should be interesting because you can you search the graveyard, hand, or library. You don't get the stuff. Okay, well, Frost Trickster is here. Once again, we have Teachings of the Archaics. This is an on-color lesson for us, but I mean, give me plenty of Frost Tricksters. This seems pretty decent too, the Divide by 0 for Prismari, right? Just trying to get to the late game. Also, Reflective Golem, I played with this in my first draft. It was very good. I played it in Silver Quill, however. A Quandrix Campus if we want to splash into green, but I think I'm just going to take this Frost Trickster. I suspect that a Flying Frostlynx is very, very good. Alright, well now we've got some red cards. Oh, so this is a little like card advantage-y thing. We got to attack with it. That seems meh. Whereas this seems like it could close out. This is a good blocker, plus it can close out a game. Obviously we got to get to mana. We'll hope to wheel this Pledge Mage, maybe. A lot of 5-drops. I think Campus Guide is wanted in these decks that need to ramp. Ether Helix is interesting. That's totally splashable for us. I mean, we don't have the fixing yet, but that and Eureka Moment. Quandrix is really open. I'd take the Campus Guide, but I may look back on this moment as a turning point in the draft where I could have gotten the Ether Helix. That's the one thing that deals with tokens. Hey, jump on Discord. It's my brother. Bit late to the party. We don't have this lesson yet. I think I'll take that over the wall. Problem with this walls is like they don't block all the flyers, whereas this blocks a flyer, I think. And this, you can cash this back in for. I hope we get some of those big Prismari spells in the next pack, because we're definitely still fighting somebody for the Prismari. The Cogwork Archivist. Yeah, none of these are that exciting. Take the Waterfall Aerialist. Still don't want to take the wall. Oh, Lash of Malice. That's a late Lash of Malice. We'll take the Field Trip in case we splash into Quandrix. Take the Quandrix Campus in case we want to splash into Quandrix. Quandrix is clearly more open than Prismari. I wonder if 3 people are in Prismari. How many people opened the Mythic Dragon, though? Come on. Get out of my lane.
Yo.
Yo. Many Cogwork Archivists as we want to play. So, Broby, I got Galazeth Prismari, pick 2, pack 1. And pick 1, pack 2, I got this. Where's the MDFC guy? Oh, it's like a 3-drop, but it's actually a 5-drop. So I don't see a lot here. The Serpentine Curve. Biomathematician.
Serpentine Curve do.
It's going to make a creature based on the number of instants or sorceries in your graveyard.
Is that what you got?
It's a bit hit or miss. It's not really a first pickable card. Well, shoot. We got another Elder Dragon. I think we're going to have to splash into white.
Ooh.
We've also got Prismari Apprentice, which we'd love to get.
So your spells back. Now you're splashing.
Alright, so let's see about splashing into white. This is a great card. It's 5/5 Flying Vigilance Haste. First of all, that's all you need, right? But when it attacks, you can look at the top 7 cards of your library, cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value less than or equal to its power from among them without paying its mana cost. So does that make the Campless Guide better because we can pull out the planes? Or Environmental Sciences, do we have that yet? We don't have one of those yet for our lesson board. Let's snag that here. We're not passing too much. We got the Pledge Mage. Our goal is just to survive to the late game and drop an Elder Dragon, I think.
How many lessons card?
We've got a bunch of lessons. I think we've only got one learn card, though. We've got one pop quiz. So there's the Biblioplex. It is my contention you should not play this in limited. You thought maybe there was a chance. This particular deck, there's a chance.
Yeah. Talk on the set without playing it.
It's a 2/1 you can just exile into another creature. And there's really not a lot here for us. Solve the equation. I don't want to pay another extra mana for stuff.
What's the red-white card? Instant.
Make your mark. We don't have a ton of creatures, so... Here's more ramp for us. Man. Here's another learn card. Whirlwind Denial. We don't really want to play that. Just haven't gotten the big blue-red spells. Somebody else is either nobody's opening those or somebody else is in blue-red messing with us. Lorehold Campus. Good.
Yeah.
Pillar Drop Warden. We don't have the big spells to get back. We just want to get our dragon down. I think we're kind of a blue-red flyers deck. This has been an interesting draft.
What are your combat tricks / removal?
Got a couple of these Pigment Storms. It's really not the premium red removal. Guess we'll take an Archway Commons. Jeez, I don't know. Somebody fought us the whole way here.
Take another big. Yeah.
Take the 4/4.
Yeah, you can definitely play a second white card if you're splashing. You have a decent splash.
It's a splashable white card. There's Campus Guide again. Guess we'll take that for this lesson that's useless. All the Cogwork Archivists. Maybe I'll just take the uncommon for sideboard purposes.
Alright, I'll be right back. See you build this deck.
Oh, I got gems there. We could claim the firstborn. I think I'd rather play these relic sloths than the Magyar. I don't know if we need the ramp here. Between the Archway Commons and the Lorehold campus, we just need like one plains. Slightly heavier blue. And then stuff that thins our deck, I guess, is okay. We don't have a lot that... oh, environmental sciences should be in the sideboard. That's easy. Easy cut. So we'll see how good Test of Talents is. I mean, everybody's playing instants or sorceries in this format. The question of, do you want to counter their big one, or do you want to counter some combat trick that they're likely to have multiple copies of? A counterspell, Illustrious Historian, 1 Prismari Pledge Mage, 2 of the Campus Guides, although I guess we still want to ramp up to the 7 mana thing, so that's good. Frost Trickster, Pop Quiz is good. This is really like a 5-drop here. We don't really want to play the Olvida. We didn't get any of the big Prismari instants or sorceries, though. I'm really bummed to be playing Prismari for the first time. Vortex Runner. I mean, it is a late game win condition. How good is a 2/3 body? This at least can ramp us. We'll cut 1 letter of acceptance. Serpentine Curve. We got 16 creatures, 3 instants, 4 sorceries. Only got the 1 pop quiz for learning, I think. So 1 in exile and in your graveyard. Elemental summoning is going to be what we probably get most of the time. We saw the 1 Dragon's Approach. Curve. I'm just going to cut it for now. Yeah, removal is really like Pigment Storm or some counter spells.
But like, who knows? Those big beefers can really finish hard. Like, you just got to get there. I mean,
We'll see. We'll
play
see.
18 lands in this deck. Have you thought about that?
You could play 18 lands. I don't know what you cut.
I mean, is there something that's middling? I don't know the cards as well as you.
I mean, there's lots of middling stuff here. Illustrious Historian is blah.
What is? It's a 2/1. It's just an early 2-drop.
The Vortex Run and the Grinning Ignis are not that great. This 3/1 I think can be good. This is good defense here, and it can cash in for an instant sorcery.
Yeah. Hey, roll with it. Is it best of 1 or best of 3?
It's best of 1. We'll just see how we do.
Yeah, 17 lands.
Give it a shot. Getting a cold snap too.
Yeah, and it's gonna rain tomorrow.
We might get snow again weekend.
Ooh.
I'm recording this in April, the middle of April.
Move some of these plants in.
Okay, we got our double tap land. Not that exciting. We'll keep this. Need 1 more land to hit our Relic Sloth. So I can't play that first.
So what this means is I probably don't have to work all that much tomorrow.
And we're up against the Silverquill aggro deck, which is our nightmare.
So is this the bomb deck here, the Silver Quill?
Yeah, you just want to play silver. You just want to force Silver Quill, as far as I can tell. That's the curve right there. It's a Professor of Symbology into the Inkling summoning. They already got a card out of their thing. We can bring this guy back. The 3/2 at some point. Okay. Symbologizing again. I think we just want a pop quiz here. Because we don't have any 4-drops. So we can play the Archway next turn. Or see, depending on what we draw. Let's hit their land drops. Your first year. No. Interesting they chose to do that, and they must have some combat trick or something. We got elemental summoning, or we got environmental sciences to go get yet another land. I think we're pretty good on lands, even though we do want to hit 7. Well, we're really good on 5-drops too. Maybe we just want the introduction to prophecy. This is what the lesson board does for you, right? So we have a choice now here. We got this thing that grabs a land. We got this thing that exiles, but they get to draw a card. Or we get to draw a card, but it has to be a non-land permanent. Especially the late game, I would always wish I would want to cash it in for a land, but you can't do that. Introduction to prophecy, and we got the thing that makes a creature. I think we're just going to take introduction to prophecy. Okay, now we got a 3-drop, so let's just play the Lorehold Campus. Let's play the 3-drop. This can at least block these 2/2s. Force them to use a combat trick. We'll try to run them out of gas. 4/4 Vigilance Menace should be no joke next turn. So that can get pumped. So let's try it this way. Yeah, okay. And finally play their Inkling Summoning. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So they could have played that pre-combat. They chose not to. So if their last spell is removal here, that's kind of a blowout. Which I can do about it. Okay, I want to get that down before the Wormhole Serpent because it has attacks also. They attack with just the Inkling, that is a good sign. Boy, this Archway Commons is looking terrible. I think I'm just going to switch it out for a land. Huh. We've got another +2/+2 hexproof thing. Well, okay. They're out of cards now. Fortunately, I mean, I guess I could play... I really want to get this land down. I could play the Ignis just to get the land down. The Ignis also lets me cast Velomachus next turn. Oh, gotta get another Relic Sloth though. Did not draw a card, however. Did I bounce the Ignis and just cast Velomachus? I guess so. They draw a kill spell, they draw a kill spell. Actually, I think they just got lethal. We needed to get down 2 blockers. That was dumb. Right, because that's can pump. Go to 1. Yeah, okay. Well, they drew action, of course. This also blocks flyers, but we need like way more creatures here. Okay. Yeah. That is how Silver Quill wins. That's why I think it's probably wise to force Silver Quill, at least early on here, while other people play around. You could see where if our deck had been able to stabilize, like if our opponent had run out of gas 1 turn earlier or something, we had drawn more untap. Oh, I was speaking of untap lands. I was going to switch out that one. Okay, well we got Galazeth here. That seems good. We can strategic plan to get that 4th land. Choose 1 to put into hand. Guess we want red for double red. Against the Silver Quill once again.
Been watching, I was just muted. So what was that last deck? Was the
This is Silver Quill. Here we got Silver Quill again.
Same deck again. Whatever one's playing black white. Big deck.
That's a 2/2 flying. Whenever another creature comes with flying, okay. If they want to trade for it, I don't think they will. I could easily just have removal for our Elder Dragon. Duress. Okay, well, we got one of our Pigment Storms. That's pretty good for them. I think we'll take out their Shadewing Laureate with the other one. Start getting in next turn. Depending on what they play. Might have the thing that makes it indestructible. Yeah, okay. Hexproof, sure. Well, we did that pre-combat. I was planning that. And we're just flooding out here. Uh-oh, clever. Is it even worth putting down a land? Probably not. Nah. Okay, that one down to one card in hand. Is it some kind of combat trick? Wow, Campus Guide. What a terrible top deck right now. Opponent has shown again and again they have the combat tricks. Oh, they're just going to put the unwilling ingredient in the graveyard so they can draw something. That's a good sign for us. Possibly. Village Rites. Okay. Going to draw a lot. Opponent taking their sweet time. Play this Campus Guide. Oh wait, do you have to, You may. I will decline, thank you.
Did you miss a land drop there?
I'm intentionally missing land drops. My curve ends at 6, so... Plus this treasure can tap for a 6 mana. So I've got plenty of land.
Yeah. I do have the 7 mana card.
Yeah, speaking of 6 mana cards. Alright, so if we kill their Star Pupil, they get to pump up the Shadewing Laureate. So let's just tack in with this, I guess. Uh-oh, that means they got a trick. Wow. Felled by a 1 mana trick. Can't even eat the frog. Silver Quill is so good. Alright. We are somehow still at 20. Lands, they have 7 lands. 100 specimens. I guess maybe I should be dropping lands, right? Because then we can start making 2 creatures unblockable. Okay, good. We do this, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the treasure. Oh, of course we draw the thing. So what do we need? Do we need to just draw more, or do we need a 4/4? I feel like their 4/4 is about to become 5/5. Maybe we just exile it.
Yeah.
And then we
Sounds like
we
a
win
good
the
plan.
long game. Oh, they still have 2 cards in hand. See, they got the hexproof again. Ah, they had it again.
That card's housed for a common. Dang.
Nice. Well,
You're
their
gonna
whole
be
plan was
staying up
just to
all
drop
night.
this Shadewing Laureate and then just protect it.
Yeah. How late are you staying up tonight?
I mean, I should stop probably after this round.
Okay.
I already got my first draft posted onto YouTube, so.
I need to get in the shower. I worked a 10-hour plus day basically. You know, still working and all the plants around and stuff. And so
Well, if you want to go through a draft when I finish this one, we can
I do. I want to hop in the shower right now.
talk through a draft.
So, and then you could talk me through a draft. That'd be awesome.
Letter of
Alright.
acceptance. Pillar
I'm
drop
gonna mute
warden.
myself again, but I'm gonna keep you on here. I'm gonna go shower.
Oh man, Team Pennant, that's a good card. What we got here? Got the Pigment Storm. Vigilance and Trample, yeah. It can attack. Well, actually, we could double block on it. They have 1 card. This is a big risk. We actually have 2 reach creatures. Did they forget we had reach? They've been. This opponent has been rock solid the whole time. We're just gonna force them to have it again. Let's just force them to have it. They have another pump spell. Their last card. Anything we care about them having on the bottom of the pile. Oh, they had it! They had it! Oh my gosh. Opponent has had it every single time. Every single time. Wow. Oh, they left us the Pillar Drop Warden, though. That was a gift. That was a gift. Okay. So I can't annihilate that and... first strike, so that doesn't. This. Vortex Runner is actually going to do some work this game. A Demogoth Titan, nice. They are splashing a Demogoth Titan, and they can give it trample. That's just ridiculous. Who is this opponent? Who the F is this opponent? I mean, how do we stop a Demogoth? And they're just drawing more gas? Sure, why not? Plenty of creatures to sacrifice to it. Splashing the Demogoth. I just have to laugh. What even is this we're up against? And they're not attacking. Maybe we should have scryed there. We put a land to the top and scry again. And then the Vortex Runner. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So let's take that. No, we'll decline. That was pointing. Moving a land to the top and then just moving it to the bottom. Not sure why our opponent didn't attack that last turn. They're hoping to just make a big swing. Our 2-turn clock with his Vortex Runner. Detention Vortex. Sure. Of course they draw action. Like, why they not draw a land? This word I have 10 power to put on their Titans is to... I need 11 power actually. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. Why not? Definitely putting the illustrious historian in front of it. I need to put any more toughness in front of it. They don't have any more cards. This is 5 mana. We can do that on our end step, but we don't want to scry, I guess. This is a crazy game. First we draw a land. We didn't scry, so destroy the Detention Vortex. And then just all attack. They can block some of our guys. I think we got them. If I'm correct. Yeah. What a crazy game. Oh my goodness. I thought I was going to lose that game. I think opponent made a big mistake by not attacking that one turn. But I'll take it. Take it. I mean, I would have just had to like stop playing Magic if I get beat by somebody who's splashing a Demogoth. They had to hit 4 swamps just to play it in their black-white deck. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Against Yakko, no sign of Wacko or Dot. Yeah, sure. Seems like a keepable hand. Lorehold Campus, we can either put down the Pledge Mage if we need to, or we can put down the Campus Guide. Honestly, I don't think we need the Campus Guide. Got plenty of land. Let's just decline. Oh, they got a blocker. Darn it. Maybe this is what we needed, the Soothsayer Adept. Draw a card, discard a card. But we definitely needed the Spectacle Mage. Alright, Spectacle Mages deck. And attack. Attack. Is there any point in attacking with the Pillar Drop? That just aggro. Guess they could have doubled up on the Pledge Mage, but they didn't want to. They got a Pledge Mage of their own. Okay. Well. Keeps them off their big Prismari spells since we didn't get any of our own. Do I want to trade a Pledge Mage for a Pledge Mage? Yeah, we got this Wormhole Serpent. What's this Magecraft? Can't be blocked this turn. If the spell had mana value 5 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter. Sure. Wormhole Serpent. We put the Aerialist down first. That's the turn. This is activate only as a sorcery. It's pretty annoying. What they get? The Illustrious Historian in the graveyard. Sure. Spectacle Mage number 3. Son of a gunny sack. You don't want to play that land. Suppose I should. Let's represent like we have a combat trick. Drop their pump spell. See, this is what we needed. We needed these big, like, big spells. Okay, it's a 3/3 unblockable. That's okay. Why are we drawing so many land? They're at 8. If we drop this, we can make a couple creatures unblockable. basically got to kill the Wormhole Serpent this turn. I draw a land. Still got lethal. I could take 8, or I could trade out both these guys. Yeah, I think I'll just take 8. And we drew a land. That should be the ball game. Oof. We're actually winning somehow. I don't know how. I really thought this deck would be would have lost by now. How do you guys predict in the comments? It would be 2-1. Did you think this deck would even get to 2 wins? We have that nice Elder Dragon. If we can just land it, I'll have opponent have all the answers. Okay. Handful of lands. But we got the pop quiz. I'll keep it. Oh, thank goodness. At least it's not Silver Quill. This is nice with the pop, like the counterspell, and had the pop quiz to hold up soon. Oh, opponent's just playing out. It's a really cool rare. It's a 2/3. Whenever an opponent attacks one or more planeswalkers you control. Irrelevant. When an opponent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. That is relevant. That is very hard to deal with. 2/2 does not block it. We will pass the turn. If they're gonna Zephyr Boots, sure. They're gonna equip. They kind of have no reason to play a spell out. We can go get a 4/4 at least, but then it doesn't block. It's gonna have flying. Now they're equipping after the fact, sure. So we can get a 4/4. They already have a flyer. I think Pigment Storm is going to be the way we deal with that flyer. Got a lot of 5-mana plays already. I think we just want the Introduction to Prophecy. Okay. So we didn't get a 4-mana play. We could do this and just be tapped out for the turn. We could do this and hold up Test of Talents, which I guess we'll do. Ah, geez, another 5-mana. Illustrious Historian's fine in the graveyard, so I guess we'll take the Relic Sloth. Oh, we need to discard a card. Yeah, let's discard an island, I guess. Might wish we had it for Wormhole Serpent. Come on, opponent, tap out. Biblioplex Assistant, sure. Gonna get that card back. Great. Well, as long as they're tapped out, I guess we'll just let them draw a card here. Gotta get that off the battlefield now. Probably not going to want to use that card yet. We'll drop rest of your opponent playing the Overcosted Flyers deck. Getting back their sweet card. Can I Vortex Runner and do an introduction to Prophecy? So that doesn't help. That doesn't help. We need flyers. We need things that can block flyers, please. Counterspell doesn't help me right now. Oh, they're playing the Luca now. The Luca side.
I won't fight alongside
Getting wrecked here. Yeah, and hold up counterspell. Perfect. Vortex Runner. Actually, that seems pretty good. What's its ultimate? You get ammo whenever a creature enters the battlefield, deals damage equal to its power to any target. Yeah. I don't really want that to get to the ultimate. Maybe my Vortex Runner for their 2/2 flyer. Oh, their splash color's down.
I'm back.
What are we going to face now? Believe it or not, this deck is 2-1.
Oh,
Oh, that's a new Planeswalker emblem you can play. Haven't seen that one. Is that what's her face with pests?
a new campaign.
Luca?
Yeah, and they can alt Luca next turn too. Defend the campus. We shall counter that. And they had more removal, but that's fine. I would have rather hit Heated Debate, I guess. Hand, library, graveyard. Yeah. Sure. Take that. I guess we should have looked at their library more carefully to see what they have. Letter of Acceptance. Now we can play this and hold up counterspell. I've also played Letter of Acceptance and played that, but Ardent Dust Speaker. They've got lots of card advantage. Target creature blocks this turn if able. Gains reach. Well, you can force me to block your guy, I guess. Doesn't give a plus. Opponent just chose like everything that's like discard draw based.
Is that a theme deck here?
So what's this mythic here?
I won't fight alongside weaklings.
Professor of Symbology.
There a
Ooh. Yeah.
counterspell that?
I can
Ain't gonna
counterspell
work.
that. I wonder what they're gonna go and get.
I mean, you
They
know
can
what their
they can
hand
drop a
is right now.
second creature though. That's the problem.
What is there in their hand though?
They got this 3/4 that's cost 5. I'd really like them to have just one creature so I can hit Luca with my menace. My menace guy.
This guy could he could double block and kill Luca.
Yeah. Just gonna play around the counter spell, it looks like. Kinda have to counter whatever they play here. Alright, give me some removal. Give me some sweet, sweet removal. Lorehold Campus, that is not removal. Alright, let's cash this guy in for their 2 guys. Oh, they didn't even use Make Your Mark to make a thing. They may as well just alt Luca here. No. Used to memory. Okay. And then force it to block? Sure. Oh, and they just have an never-ending learn board. Only to target creature. Guess I better save it for the 4/4. That can pop out of the graveyard. Tapped. Let's sacrifice this and just see what we can get. Okay, well that's probably a better play.
Soldiers don't need sentimentality.
Oh, these planeswalkers. I was playing my black decks. The last 2 times I had black, and there's that common 4-mana spell that destroys a creature or planeswalker. 6/6 planeswalker value.
What's Luca's ultimate?
-7, you get an emblem. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage equal to its power to any target.
Oh.
They got a 3/1 vigilance. They've got the Make Your Mark, no blocks. I mean, they just got crazy card advantage. There's probably no reason I shouldn't just concede the game. Make Your Mark on that one.
So you're 2-1 right now?
About to be 2-2. Finally, they ulted there.
And we got rid of him.
Okay, yeah, then now they can just kill me with damage. Well, that slow played that very nicely. They're just never-ending learn board too, and we just draw like the worst cards here.
So what's strong? What's that you've seen strong? Learn strong? It's
This
just
was
some
very
bomb
strong.
card.
They just had all the learn cards.
Yeah.
Well, they also played a bunch of good rares. Aha! I will play this one more time before I concede. I don't know. If you get the right decks with any of them, they're pretty good, I think. Obviously, that was just like super value deck. They had all the discard draw to try and get to their rare and mythic stuff. And they were just outcarding us left and right. I'm surprised we survived as long as we did. But we shall have our revenges. Counterspell. Sludge Mage. Never did take out that
Alright.
tap land.
Be right back. I'm gonna get some food while you're still playing.
Don't take too long. I
Not
think this
long.
deck looks like
But you
a
got-
losing deck here.
Well, by food, I'm just gonna eat some food right by the kitchen anyway.
Go get that. I'm gonna get that second island here. A, because I want to keep hitting my land drops, and B, because I want to hit counterspell. A thunderous orator. Any 3-drop we really want to counterspell? I guess a creature that gives this some kind of ability. Had vigilance, so if they attack, they would have had we would have known they had a pump spell. I guess we held the counter spell up though. Right now we're just trading off. Collected golem, sure. We 3 for 3. Could have had one of those in our deck. Faithless Looting. The most controversial artwork in the whole set. Look at this bigger version of it. You can actually see that it is painted. It kind of looks like it was on a paint on a photograph or something. Very like flat style. Well, I guess with our campus guide we should have gotten a plains. You just kill that stonebound mentor. Start getting in. We can wait. We can just sit on our laurels. Now, I think we got them blocked. Let's just play this and pass the turn. This way we can get an attack out of the thing, the Pigment Storm, too. Okay, tap land, that's good for us to see. Fuming Effigy. They are the cards leaving the graveyard deck. We're scared of the damage or the scry. I'm not sure if it was correct to play a land there. Our curve ends at 6, so... Okay, that's annoying. Coming in hot. Wondrous Order can get flying, I guess. I think it's correct to trade our Pillar Drop Warden for that effigy. Maybe not, because we could block the flyer. And another campus guide. But you know what? I'll take it because I need that plains. Where are you, solitary plains? Faithless Looting's a good card. People were saying it's not good in limited. Our opponent didn't even get the value out of the cards leaving the graveyard thing. Oh. No, they got two. They got to sift their deck and keep the best stuff. I think it's correct to pump up the combat professor there, right? Because then you have flying and vigilance on both of them. I'm not going to tell our opponent that. If the sloth helps us win the race, opponent does have more cards. Okay, just burning a Defiant Strike. That's probably a good sign for us, I guess. It means they don't have something to deal with the sloth. Unless they just drew it. Yep, they just drew it. Son of a gunny sack. I told my brother not to go too far. You know, if we can strike down this combat professor, I'll hold campus, sure. Bring away their lands. I wonder if it could have killed us by now. Stop on upkeep to scry, I think. May regret that if we draw our 7-mana dragon. There, they figured it out. Okay. So what are our outs? I guess we don't want to scry here because our outs are like a 6-drop and a 7-drop. And we'd be tapping down 5 lands, so we don't have to be able to play 3 drops. Oh, let's just go to draw. Oh my goodness. Deck! They should have been playing 16 lands.
Bummer.
Oh, just, nope. I was going to do a deprogram on the deck, but that's probably best to just rush to the next draft. So thanks for joining me here in the attic. If I bothered to post this, leave a hashtag Elder Dragons, where art thou? So we didn't really draw them except the one time and the opponent killed them. But that's how it goes. That's Magic. So thanks for joining me. Remember, Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.